Hey guys, it's Tina and I am back and I am here with this really fun makeup tutorial, get ready with me video featuring this really intense, really bold, really out of the box look. It's definitely not a look that you're gonna wear to church, but I just wanted to have fun with makeup, really. I just wanted to play in makeup and I missed doing cut creases. I think cut creases made me really fall in love with the creative aspect of makeup, and it really made me fall in love with doing eyeshadow. For those of you who don't know, I started out doing a blog and I did eyeshadow looks, like mainly eyeshadow looks. I didn't even use blush or lipstick or anything. It was literally eyeshadows, and I just had so much fun playing with color, doing creative looks, doing cut creases, and I just kind of wanted to get back to that and have some fun today. So if you want to see what it takes to accomplish this kind of cut crease, then stay tuned and I'll talk to you soon. Alright guys, so this time around I'm starting out with one eye completely done so you can get an up close view of the look that we are going for. It's a very bold, very colorful cut crease, so let's just get right into it. I already applied my eyeshadow primer, which is my anti-aging primer potion from Urban Decay, and now I'm going in with a bit of concealer. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, and the shade that I'm using is Dark Neutral. And I'm applying that all over my lids and then blend it out using my Real Technique Deluxe Crease Brush just to make sure we have nice, even, seamless coverage. And then I'm going to set that concealer in place using my La Prairie Cellular Treatment Loose Powder in the shade Translucent 2. And I'm tapping that over the concealer using my concealer blender sponge from L'Oreal, and this is just absorbing any excess moisture that we have from that concealer so our eyeshadows will blend seamlessly. I'm grabbing the shade Lost and Found from ColourPop. It is one of their pressed eyeshadows, and I'm grabbing that on a J5523 blending brush from Chikuhodo, and I'm using this in my crease area to act as a transition shade for our cut crease on that brow bone space. So I'm just using very light strokes and lightly building up that color. Again, this is a transition shade, so it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just trying to get a nice even layer of this product down. Next, I'm grabbing a brighter, bolder, more intense blue. This is from Inglot. It is the shade 322, and I'm grabbing that on the very tips of the blending brush, and I'm building up that color now in that cut crease area that we are outlining, and building up the color very lightly so we can get a pretty nice outline of where we're gonna apply our other shades and create that cut crease. I'm gonna go in with two green shades. One is from Inglot and one is from Cosette. The bright green shade from Cosette is Abundant and the Inglot shade is 331, and I'm lightly again building up dimension, so we're just layering color over color and lightly building up the shape that we're going for. Now I'm going to grab a really vibrant blue from Colored Rain. This is the shade Majestic. Now the thing about this blue is when you apply it, it comes off a little bit more teal green blue and not a full-on blue. So it's great to mix with blues and greens. And I'm lightly flicking the color upwards. So first I outline the cut crease, then I use the brush to lightly blend and fade the color upwards onto the brow bone space. And like I said, you want to slowly build up shades for a cut crease. Now I'm going in with a matte, rich navy blue shade. This is China Blue from NARS. And I'm going in with a MAC 242, which is a nice detailed shader brush. And like I said, I'm defining that cut crease. So first outlining the shape of the cut crease that we created, then lightly flicking the color upwards onto that brow bone and blending it in with the other shades that we already placed down. And you see it's slowly coming together. You see that dimension starting to build. And I'll go back in with the Majestic shade, and I'm just layering up the colors, building up the dimension, and creating that seamless blend that we are looking for with a cut crease. And then I'll go around the edges of the color with a clean blending brush. This is a A25 from Anastasia Beverly Hills, just to blend everything together and remove any harshness that we may have created. Again, I'm creating the shape now on the outer part of the cut crease. So we already have the crease created, but I need to create the shape, which is a little curve on that outer lid space. So I'm going in, building up color. This is the China Blue shade. So as you can see, I'm slowly going back and forth, building up color, going in with the different shades and creating that gradient effect that is signature for any cut crease. Now that we have the general shape down, I'm going to go clean up the lid. So I'm using my Smashbox primer. This is the white version. It's one of their new primers that they came out with. This one is just the Photo Finish Lid Primer in white. I apply that on the lid, and then I'm using my Anastasia number 18 concealer brush to clean up the shape of the cut crease and really tighten up and sharpen up that outline. I'm using a little bit of my Soft Touch concealer from NARS. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. The shade I have is Caramel. I'm using this shade because it's a dry concealer, so it actually helps to define the outline because it isn't very, I guess it isn't very viscous, so it's not liquidy. It won't ruin what we already have on the lid. And on the brow bone, it's just creating a nice sharp shape to the cut crease. As you can see, we created that curve on the outer lid area, and this brush is perfect for helping for that definition. Now I'm going in with Sugar Pill Matte White. This is the shade Takeo, and I think this is my favorite matte white of all time. It's just really pigmented. It builds up nicely. It's a little bit powdery and dusty, as you can see, but it really applies nicely. And I'm applying that with an Eddie Funkhouser shader brush, and then I'll go in again with a MAC 242 to really define the shape, because a MAC 242 has that perfect shape that helps you with definition. And then I'll just brush away that excess fallout. I don't have foundation on, so it's not going to stick to my skin. Now we're going in with this beautiful purple from Cosette. This is the shade Vision, and I'm using a pencil brush from Eddie Funkhouser. And it's a rounded edge pencil brush, so it's really perfect for building up dimension and real intensity from eyeshadows without going out of control, because it has such a defined shape. So I'm applying this to the outer lid area, pulling it lightly inwards to the middle of the lid, and then I'm creating a little curve shape again to match up with that upper cut crease that we created. And I'll go in with a clean blending brush just to blend around the edges. We're still going to build up more color, but I want to make sure that we blend as we build. So building up color and blending. Now I'm going in with a larger brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk large crease brush, which I absolutely adore. And I'm using this again to build up more intensity and pigmentation of this purple. And it's a really great brush for this cause because it's really dense, and you can use it to just press color into the space that you want it and then lightly pull it outwards. Going back in with the shade Abundant from Cosette on a smaller shader brush and applying that to the inner lid area now. Going over the white, and then I'm going to grab the shade Gumby from Colored Rain, which is a bold deep teal, and I'm building up dimension with these shades. So I'm going from a lighter shade to a darker shade, and with a cut crease you do want to vary your shades so you build a gradient and it's just not one solid color. And then I'll use a pencil brush to lightly blend the edges inwards to the middle of the lid, as you can see. Going into this Smashbox palette, this is the Bold palette, and I'm grabbing the yellow from the palette. And this palette has slowly become one of my favorite palettes for bold colors. It's really great for these bright shades, and it's a really compact palette. So I'm just blending that in the inner lid space, the inner crease area, because I'm creating like a secondary cut crease. So I'm using the yellow, then I'll go in with the orange from the same palette and build it up and just blend it in that crease space. And then I'll grab the red as well, which is one of my favorite reds lately. I really love how it applies. Look how intensely it applies without me even needing it to do much. And I'm just creating that semicircle shape on that inner crease area. For my highlight, I'm going in with my Mirage eyeshadow from Makeup Geek on my 252 large shader brush from MAC. I think this is pretty much known by now what I love. And now I'm gonna do a little glitter on the middle of the lid. This is Barbie Shops from Lit Cosmetics, and I'm dabbing a little bit of the Clearly Liquid glitter base from Lit Cosmetics on the center of the lid and then tapping on the glitter right over it. And this Barbie Shop shade is an iridescent white, and it's really beautiful, and it pops just right on the lid. It's so beautiful. I really love it. For my face, I'm moving on to the eyes. I'm using a little bit of this Bye Bye Under Eye Cream from It Cosmetics. This was sent to me, and I've been applying this on my under eye area because it does soothe and smooth that area for concealer. And for my concealer, I'm going back into the Soft Matte Complete Concealer from NARS. This is the shade Caramel, like I said. And I'm blending that in on the underside of my eyes, and I'm using a brush from This is from Urban Decay. It's one of their large eyeshadow brushes. It's the large blending E202 brush, and I apply that under my eyes, and then I'll blend it out with the L'Oreal Contour Blender Sponge, which I've been loving because of the shape, and I do like the density of this sponge. I'll set that concealer down in place with the Cellular Treatment Loose Powder from La Prairie again. This is the shade Translucent 2, and I'm using a Wayne Goss powder brush to just set that in place. And now I'm going to finish up the lower lash line area with the shade Vision, again from Cosette. I'm just tying in that outer lid area with the outer lower lash line, and I'm just building that color up and blending it out on that lower lash line area. And I'll go in with the shade Majestic, that deep blue from Colored Rain that we used before, on a MAC 242 for that inner lower lash line. And I'll make sure I go in with a clean blending brush just to blend out the edges and blur it so it's not looking too harsh under there. Now for the mascara, I'm going in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex. I think by now it's pretty clear what my favorite mascara is, so I'm applying that to my upper lashes, just making sure we have a nice base for the false eyelashes that we're going to go in with. And for my lower lashes, I don't think this is any surprise either. This is my Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara from MAC, and I'm just applying that to my lower lashes to make sure that they stand out against the colors that are on that lower lash line area. For my waterline, I'm going to use this Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes eyeliner, and it's just the black shade, and I'm applying that on my waterline, and I really like this liner. I just discovered it in my collection, and I'm like, wow, it's really rich and black. I'm going to use these Bloomin' lashes from Kiss. It's the style Peony, and they're 3D lashes because they have multi-angles to them, so they're not just a one-dimensional lash. And it's pretty inexpensive at the drugstore, and it's a beautiful style, and I'll just apply that to my upper lash line area. I'm having a little bit of trouble here, not sure why, but these lashes, I didn't want to damage them. As you can see, I'm trying to hold on to them carefully so I don't damage them, and I'm making sure I apply this right against my lash line because I'm not using a black liner on this look. Now once we have the lashes secure in place, I'm going to grab my Kat Von D Metal eyeshadow. This is the shade Thunderstruck, and I'm going to use this as an inner tear duct highlight. I'm just applying that with a pencil brush to brighten up that inner tear duct area and apply a little bit of shimmer and interest to that little spot, you know, as you do. Now we're going to go ahead and finish up the face. I'm going to use my Stila Stay All Day foundation. This is the shade Tan, and I've just been really enjoying this foundation. I'm just going to apply it with my Marc Jacobs The Face 3 brush and just blend it all over my skin. I want a pretty decent coverage foundation for this look because when you have such an intense eye look, your face kind of needs to come together as well. Now once we have that all in place, I'm going to grab my setting powder. I'm using the Cover FX Matte Setting Powder. I'm using the shade Medium and Dark, and I'm just pouncing that over my skin using my Tarte Cosmetics Powder Player Brush. And I actually do like this powder. I like how it applies to the skin, and I like how it sets everything in place and gives a matte finish without looking dry and cakey. I just really like the blurring effect and that it sets my foundation in place and leaves it matte. And once we've set our skin, I'm going to grab my blush. This is Liberty from NARS. It's a matte, I would call it a salmon peachy shade. And I'm just popping that on my cheeks. I'm using an e.l.f. brush. This is their stippling brush. And I actually really like this brush. It's a nice, cheap brush from e.l.f. And they've been doing great brushes lately. So if you're looking for cheap brushes just to start out your collection, here's some great ones to try out. And I'm just going to pop that on my cheeks and blend it out again. Just a very light flush on the cheeks. Once we have the blush on, we can go in with a little bit of bronzer and contour. This is my Becca Multitasking Powder in the shade Dark Golden. And I'm just popping that on the undersides of my the hollows of my cheeks to create some dimension with one of my Sonia Kashuk Stripe brushes from their brush set. I got some backups of these brushes because I really love them, and I'm just applying a little bit of this to the temple area to add some dimension and some color back to my face. And then I'll go in with this Chikuhodo brush to add a little bit of shape to my nose area. I'm concentrating it mainly on the bridge of my nose, again, just to add a little bit of dimension because that foundation can take away some of the shape from your face, and I just wanted to give a little bit of shape and definition to my nose. Now I'm going in with this highlighter. It's from Makeup Revolution, and it's their Vivid Shimmer Brick, and this is the shade Rose Gold, and I'm popping that on the tops of my cheeks using my Inglot 4SS brush. And this is a complete ripoff of the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick, but I really like how it looks. I really like the shade. Anyway, moving on from that, we're going to go in with the lips. I'm using one of my Ofra liquid lipsticks. This is the shade Pasadena, which is a beautiful peachy nude shade. And I love how this applies and layers up. It's a really beautiful nude shade. If you're looking for something similar, there is one from Sephora. It's the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade 23 Copper Blush. That one is a great alternative. It's almost like the exact same color, and it's much cheaper and much more accessible than the Ofra ones, which you do have to order online. And that, my dears, will complete this look, and I absolutely love how this turned out. I mean, the colors are so bold and bright and right up my alley. They're so intense and vibrant, and I did not increase the vibrancy on this at all. I didn't change the color settings on the video. This is literally what you see is what you get, and I really love how it turned out. And it was fun for me to, again, play with makeup and play with colors. And of course, doing my favorite style of eyeshadow, which would be cut creases. That is my ultimate favorite type of eyeshadow to do. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this creative process with me and enjoyed playing in makeup. Like I said, this is not necessarily a very wearable look. You're probably not going to wear it out to the library. But it's a great way to practice techniques, have fun with makeup, and just enjoy creating something. And it wasn't as complicated as it looks. It looks far harder to do than it actually was. It just takes some patience, blending, and a few different shades so you can mix and you don't just go in with one shade all at once. And that's the thing about cut creases. You want to go in with different shades so you can layer them up and create a gradient. And I am so in love with this look, guys. I had a little bit of trouble when I was coming up with the look. That's why I did one eye first. I was like conceptualizing it, trying to figure out what I was going for. And I don't know, I just went with it, and I really, really love how this turned out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. As usual, I'm going to go ahead and leave a full list of the products used down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up. Now, most of the links that are provided are affiliate links, which means I do get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through those links. Now, I generate those links directly through Sephora, ULTA, or Nordstrom, which is where I mainly shop. It doesn't change the retail price of anything, and I'm not directly affiliated with any brands or anything. It's just that I am pretty much able to generate all those links through my membership with reward style. It's an easy application process. If you are a creator, you should go ahead and try to get approved as well. It's so easy to create these links. It's kind of like using EBATES, which I do recommend you guys try out as well. If you haven't used EBATES, definitely check them out. I will leave my referral link below. Now, that referral link means I do get I think it's a sign-on fee if you guys join through my link, and you also get a sign-on fee. Now, you can get the sign-on fee if you just go straight to EBATES, but if you want to help support me, you can sign up through my link. And with EBATES, you shop through any website. I installed the little widget, which is just a little app, and just shop in straight through to any website, Sephora, ULTA, Nordstrom, like I said. And that little widget will alert you when you're on a website that participates with EBATES, and you simply click it and you activate the cashback. And once you make a purchase, you get cashback. Now, people have asked me how that works in conjunction with my affiliate links. I am not sure. What I normally do is I click through the affiliate link first, right? And that way I'm linked up through whoever I'm supporting. And then the EBATES widget is there when I add that product to my bag. I will check out using EBATES. And I don't know if one negates the other, but I'm just hoping it doesn't. And honestly, I would rather you guys get your EBATES credit rather than sacrificing to use my affiliate links. So try it the way I mentioned. Just click through the affiliate link and then click through using the EBATES widget. You can install it directly from the EBATES website. It just pops up as a little pop-up on your browser. It's really easy to do. and it pops up on any website that offers eBay. So you can use it for any shopping, not just through my affiliate links, but any shopping you do online at all. I really find it handy. So that's how I do my shopping. So you can try it that way. If it happens that you guys get your eBates over me getting an affiliate commission, I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make or break me, but if I do get an affiliate commission from your purchases, I really appreciate it, and I thank you guys for supporting me. I am just always so overwhelmed by the positivity that I have on my channel and how much you guys truly support me. So thank you guys so much for that. I thought I just mentioned that because I've been getting questions about that. But yeah, as usual, I'm gonna leave links to my Instagram and Twitter as well, where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys. Do you like my shirt? Ha ha ha.